up, my lovely Libras? Welcome to your end of May general reading. I apologize if these are coming up so late. As I was telling everybody else, I've been out of the country and, had every intention of doing these readings on time, but, sometimes life just steers us a different way. So I'm getting these out to you now. Remember, these are general, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. Please check out your rising, your moon, and even your Venus to get clearer messages or extra messages if this isn't resonating with you. And yeah, thank you for all coming. Thank you for all coming. Thank you all of you for coming. If you're returning, I really appreciate the support that you guys have been giving my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I don't know if I already said it, but my name's Danny. Let's get into this. I've already pulled cards. Libra, this is a really interesting time. So I think last time when we talked, we left off, there was a real opportunity for a lot of you guys to really take a leap, especially if we're talking about in terms of love, which is really beautiful because let's be honest, Libras love a partnership. We love love. We are hopeless romantics at the end of the day, even though we are air signs and very intellectual. We're probably the wateriest of the air signs. And, we really value partnerships, strong partnerships, right? So I hope that, I honestly hope that reading last time resonated with a lot of you guys because I think Libra deserves the best. I think we all do, but Libras in general, the last couple of years have been having a hard time in terms of relationships. And most of it seems like it comes from a place of just lacking the correct amount or type of value that we need to have for ourselves, right? Now, we bring us here into May. We just had that Scorpio full moon, which for Libra is in our second house. Second house is all about your money, your values, all that stuff. So I will say with these cards and just the energy, I do feel like there's big moves being made in terms of career for Libra, especially those of you who are taking a chance and doing something different. Maybe you're exploring something in a different field than you're familiar with or have always, known, always done. Maybe you guys are stepping out on faith and doing something for yourself. Whatever the case may be, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity in terms of career with that. But also still with love too. I feel like there's opportunities. Now, the only thing that is my fear for Libra is fear. Honestly, it feels like that's really the only thing that can get in the way. So just really be mindful what you're telling yourself around this time and what things you're believing and what things you're choosing to cling on to. Okay, I think that's going to be really important for you guys. Now, for your spirit animal, I pulled the lamb. I love the lamb. The lamb is all about, it's peaceful, right? It's a peaceful energy. It's also about being patient. The lamb it's like getting that message, that hard, honest, well, not hard, honest truth, but that honest message from a loved one, a kid. It could even be a stranger. We have those moments where you're out and you might meet someone and accidentally have this profound conversation and you look back and you're like, well, damn, that was crazy, but it was all for a reason, right? It's that kind of energy. Now, what I love about the lamb this month or the end of this month for you guys is I went and bought some empowering questions cards, which I think is just, I've been using them in my own personal life whenever I kind of feel stuck on something. Because sometimes when we're stuck on an issue and we're trying to get to the bottom of it, our focus is put on the wrong things. You know what I mean? We're not focused on the right part of the issue, right? So I pulled these cards with the intention of, just really being what is it that Libra needs to focus on this month? What will help them? What is the question that will help guide them, to move in the direction that they want to move in? And what's really interesting is you guys got, what kind of advice on life would my old self give my current self? Interesting to me, especially when we team that bitch up with the lamb card. Now, why this is interesting to me, first of all, first thing I noticed about this card is generally you see things that's what would your now self tell your younger self if you could, right? This is actually flipped. What kind of advice on life would my old self give my current self? And I felt like I literally was sitting here stuck. Before I pulled cards, any other cards, I was sitting here just really chewing on this question for a while. And it's funny, if we're going back to the lamb, again, it's about having that honest message come to you. It's about a knowingness. It's about an inner peace. It's about all of that. And especially when it's talking about, the lamb could be like a child. And really, I was thinking like our own child selves, right? All of us have a child in them. I have a little 6-year-old Danny in me that I have to still, I'm learning now to consult with before I make decisions or before I do things, because in the past, that was one of my hangups. I'm like, I'm doing and running and doing all these things to make everybody else happy. And I'm really kind of betraying myself, you know? Excuse my smoke, guys. It's my incense. So I feel like if you're stuck, it might be a good idea to like really go deep within and be like, out of all the things I've been through, what are the lessons that I've learned? Like, because sometimes along the way we forget things, right? Sometimes we forget. And sometimes if we get quiet enough, and go to that place where we can really be alone and have, the ability to, dig deeper, we get our answers. And that's really what the Lamb is about too. It's about, yes, honest messages coming towards you, but it's really about needing to be in a place of kind of solitude to receive it. Okay. So, Libras, you might be doing a lot of reflecting this into this month. Now, with that being said, the bottom unseen energy is the Queen of Cups, which I love, right? This is all about that loving energy. This is this is water energy. So emotions. She's very emotionally mature, right? She's a very loving queen. She's a very mindful queen. But you notice she is a queen, or she's the only person in the cup suits that she has a lid over her cup, right? She's able to control that. And that's really important too, because also if you are feeling like there's moments where you're going to be spiraling, it's important to keep in mind that feelings are not real. Not to say that they're not valid, and not to say that we should ignore them. But feelings are they're fickle and they change depending on whatever's going on, right? So just really trust your inner knowing this month. I think that's a really big deal. Really listen to, little Danny, little Paul, little Sarah, whatever your name is. Listen to that voice. And I feel like it will really help guide you, especially when you're feeling stuck. Okay. Now, beautiful energy. It's like there's like a little bit of struggle cards, but mostly good energy. We start out, well, first of all, we have two major arcana, Chariot and Sun. Love and love, right? Both cards of happiness, of success, of moving forward. They both indicate that there have been struggles that we've overcome, right? With the Sun, you've got, it's almost like they've gone over this brick wall, right? With the Chariot, you can only imagine on a journey how many stumbles and fumbles in the road the Chariot is dealing with, but they're still going past and they're still, like going on strong. If you are dealing with a Cancer person or a Leo person, they are showing it prominently in this read. And so I would definitely invite you to watch their reads as well, or if you have those signs in your chart. Now, so we're starting out Knight of Wands, Chariot, Four of Cups. Okay, so it seems to me that Libra, again, a lot of you have been really on the go. I feel like there's this new inspiration to really try and do different things, really explore different things. You guys giving yourself that okay to do so, right? The Knight of Wands is a knight that's always they're always on a mission, but the Knight of Wands, why some people say they're flighty, especially in terms of relationship, is because they like to try new things. They're like, ooh, that's interesting. Let's see what's going on over here. Ooh, you know what I mean? Like their attention span can be a little just all over the place, right? It's fire energy. It's impulsive. It's quick. It's fast. But I feel like for the most part, this is you guys really going for the things that you want, like giving yourself permission to, and not worrying about everything else, right? Libra is very much about community. Libra will think about everybody else first. Libra will, we like to say compromise, but no, a lot of times give away your power to things, right? So it feels like Libra is on this mission, whether it's career, whether it's love, where they're like, you know what, I'm moving forward, I'm doing things, I'm experimenting, I'm being open-minded. It's a really beautiful energy. And you guys are doing it well, right? Moving forward, charging forward successfully with that Chariot card. Really feeling more balanced about it, right? Ooh, really working on you. So yes, in terms of work, this is Eight of Pentacles. If it has to do with work, work is going really, really good, right? Things are going good. You guys are working on yourselves internally. You guys are working on your relationships with other people, and you guys are doing good work, literal good work. So we love that, right? Things are building. Things are coming together. One quick thing, if a lot of you guys have been spending money lately, you might want to reel it in a little bit. This is a good time to save, because I feel like you guys have things that are coming up later that you're going to need those extra resources for, okay? Now, so I love the Knight of Wands, love the Chariot, and then we go to the Four of Cups. Interesting. It's like you almost come to an abrupt stop. You know what I mean? Now, fours in tarot are all about our foundations, right? It's all about our setting our foundations. And the Four of Cups for me is very much about setting boundaries, right? It's like you've got the Three Cups here, you've got this Cloud offering another cup, and this one's like, oh, I don't know. But in this case, it feels like it's more of like fear-based. Let's see what this is. Yep, the Sun. Damn. This feels like fear-based. This feels like an energy of like, oh my God, things are going so good. We're moving so quick. This doesn't make sense. Like, how can this be true? This is not my life. This is, things have never been this easy. It's kind of like you guys are almost psyching yourself out. And so I want to encourage you to really tap into that and unpack that, because it feels like there is a chance of you guys turning your back on something, or, just kind of being about something, but it doesn't come from a place of like, it comes from a place of fear. It comes from a place of, things going wrong in the past and like, ooh, I'm gun shy. I don't want that to happen again. Because clarifying that you've got the Sun, you've got happiness right in front of you. And much like I told, was it Gemini? It was Gemini. If you have Gemini in your chart, or Joe with a Gemini person also, I would check out their reading. It's actually very, very good. It's just this fear. It's this fear of moving forward. It's this fear of feeling like things aren't happening. But what I was also telling them, because they had a lot of Leo energy too, I felt like they'll kind of see the fruits of their labor around like Leo season. I feel like things will really come full circle. But I feel like there's just these moments where there's fear that's being in place. And it could be like the simplest thing. Like, for example, say you are talking to somebody and maybe you've been talking to someone like consistently, and then maybe you don't hear from them for a day. So then you go all the way down, Alice in Wonderland fucking tube of, oh my God, what does this mean? Da, 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 da. It just feels like it's fear, right? And you guys not knowing if you want to take whatever offer this is, whether it's career, love, whatever, because you're just assuming and worried that it's not going to work out based on all the things you've already gone through. So just don't get that way, because you honestly have great energy that's coming towards you. And really listen to your inner you. Listen to the messages. Listen to pay attention to synchronicities. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to just the signs around you. Which makes me think of the, you guys remember the movie Fools Rush In? Remember, it's like, there's signs everywhere. I love that. Anyway, so let's go the next row. We've got the Sun, Five of Pentacles, and Two of Swords. Straight Libra shit. All right, so Sun card. That's actually what's in your environment. So again, you guys have great opportunities ahead of you. If this is having to do with love, you guys have opportunities to really grow and be happy and like have a beautiful family possibly. That Sun card is the yes card. So if you've kind of been questioning if someone around you is being authentic and sincere in their offers, it feels like they are. Honestly, it really feels like they are. It feels like they're being honest. It feels like they're, showing you who they are. And it feels like this would be a person who is willing to move forward with you and like really, make the commitment, do the things, right? I mean, it's a beautiful energy. Yeah. Okay, so two cards fell out. Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups. Yes, so some of you guys, I'm getting a lot of fire and water energy in terms of love. There's going to be communication coming in. So if you guys have been a little bit like, ooh, I don't know, because maybe you guys haven't been very clear on how you feel, I feel like you're going to be getting communication coming in. There's going to be clarity coming in. And I feel like you guys are really going to be stepping up and I don't want to say demanding that, but Libra, we don't like to rock the boat. So we'll be like, oh, well, it's cool. I'll just, I can be paid. I can wait and just, I feel like you guys are going to be a little bit more comfortable in speaking your truth. And being a little bit more direct. Not that Libra's not, but again, we like to make sure that everyone in the situation is comfortable. So a Libra can sometimes, keep it real, but like add a little bit too much fluff to where it kind of like muddies, I don't want to say muddies the message, but it isn't quite what it is. You know what I'm saying? So hopes and fears, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like Libra, you guys are worried about getting left out in the cold again. It has not been an easy road. Now this could be with finances. Those of you who have been having a hard time. This could be with love. Those of you guys have been having a hard time with love. There is this fear, again, this fear of lack, this fear of guilt. And I feel it directly connects to this 4 of Cups. Almost like, you see something good, but you're like, oh shit, I don't want to be hurt. So it's almost like you self-sabotage and kind of cancel that before the person can cancel themselves or whatever, right? I know personally that's one of my problems now. You know what I mean? And it's something I'm working towards. So that's something to just look into. But it's like this, again, feelings aren't real. They aren't fact. They're fucking fickle. And then to clarify that, we've got the Justice card. So we are showing up in our own reading strong. Whatever it is that you feel like, Libra, you've been wronged on, or whatever it is that you kind of have hangups over, whether it's making money, whether it's, having a good, solid relationship, you are going to come into a place where, it's right here in front of you, right? Justice is here, right? And you guys are going to be planting new seed, new solid seed. Page of Pentacles. I love the Page of Pentacles because that is solid. That's security. That's, building for long-term legacy. That is like some real shit that, we all want. We all want that security. We all want that legacy and that love. So whether this is money or love, you guys are on the uprise, period. Okay. Now we come to needing to make the decisions, right? And we clarify that with the 7 of Swords. Again, 7 of Swords could be that cheat, that thief, that whatever. But in this case, it's definitely self-sabotage. I feel like this is really basically saying to you, don't run away with your thoughts that aren't real, right? And don't let it distract you in making the decision. And when you're making the decision, really looking into your heart. Remember, Queen of Cups is that underlying energy. So, with the 2 of Swords, this person has their eyes blindfolded and their heart is crossed. They can't see clearly. They literally can't see, and literally they're not allowing themselves to open up. And it's like with that 7 of Swords, it's saying that's you self-sabotaging. So don't just sit there and just be mindful. It's hard. It's hard shit because it's scary. Whatever the thing is, I can feel it. It's scary. I get it. But what do you do? You're just gonna keep like walking yourself and talking yourself out of a situation? No, you've got so many good things coming up. So recognize, okay? Some things to keep in mind. Knight of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Libra, if you don't already have it here, you've got some beautiful love coming in, some opportunities for that. And honestly, just you guys have some new beginnings that are going to make you really emotionally happy, whatever, it doesn't matter what it has to do with. I love that the 9 of Cups and the Ace of Cups are sitting right next to each other, right? This is you guys being completely fulfilled, feeling like things are coming together, wishes are coming true. And this is independent of your circumstances. That's the really important thing about the 9 of Cups. It's like, yes, it's happiness, but you see how this person is alone and they're happy alone, right? So it's like, whether it's love, whether it's whatever, even if you're in a relationship, it's about being happy with yourself and who you are, right? Because at the end of the day, we make better partners that way. We make better parents that way. We make better people when we are happy and on a good high vibration. And I feel like Libra's really coming into a place where you're getting all these beautiful offers that are just making your cup overflow, making you feel so fucking good. And honestly, they're going to start rolling in faster than you think with that Knight of Swords. They're coming in aggressively. And I think that might be a little bit of the fear too, because I feel like for a lot of Libras, You know, there's been this thing of shit. Things have been going wrong for so long. Like, I'm tired. I can't stand anything else. I am tired, right? And so now, all of a sudden, it's like the wind picks up and all these great opportunities. Bitch, stop. Oh my God. Y'all got leverage. You have somebody coming in towards, coming to you, right? You guys have something coming towards you. Ugh, I mean, my God. And it's scary because it's coming out of nowhere. And through all this time that Libra's been having this, having this hard time trying to balance the scales for everybody else and themselves, here comes this beautiful blessing. And you're just like, what? It's like almost feels like you can't trust it. You can trust it. This is beautiful energy. Remember, talk to your little self. What would she tell you? What would he tell you now? What are the things that maybe along the way of like learning things you've forgotten, right? That's really important in terms of reflection and moving forward, okay? So, I love that. Now, Libra also got God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Yes. Oh my God, and look at the little lamb. Look at, there's a lamb. There's a lamb. Where's she at? There's a lamb. Honey, messages everywhere. So you guys are being guided. You guys are being watched after. Remember, let go of those feelings of lack. This is not going to serve you. This is not going to serve you. You actually have what you want staring you right in the face, but you can easily fuck it up too from just overthinking and just doing too much. Honestly, it's okay. Okay? And then with love, it is safe for you to love. Once you're open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay? So for those of you guys who have a love opportunity, in your face that seems like it's too good to be true. I told Cancer this actually, and it's funny that they're showing up in our read. It's not too good to be true, and you deserve it, and you're beautiful, and you're fun, and you're loving, and you're just so smart, and you're so amazing, and shit. You know what I mean? Like, tell yourself these things every day. Like, affirm it, claim it, because feelings of lack isn't going to get you anywhere. And honestly, feelings of lack are not of God. They're not of the universe. That's not what we are supposed to be leaning towards, okay? You guys have some really beautiful things coming up. I'm so excited to hear from you guys. Please let me know if this resonates. If you would like a personal reading, definitely hit me up. She's vibeytarot@gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys. Love ya. Bye.